find a use for these. They look horrible and scabby, but if there's any that's pretty good straight grain, might end up. I have a cunning plan. More on that later. So I just took a quick slice off these to have a look what they're like inside. They look pretty nice actually. The plan, if there was a plan, is to do some Shoji lanterns. That's just a very quick knock up in pine just to see how they go together, but that would make a nice frame. So I'm guessing it's cedar, that. There's no smell to it. But I've just run it all down on so. So that's all milled down to what sizes I want. I'll go through for the best bits because I should be able to get 2 lamps this size now out of this. Before we do, let's just have a look, see what it looks like. It doesn't darken up much, it's just a bit of white spirit. Now I'm sure the Japanese would only have one coloured wood, but I have to work with what I've got. It's got variants in it, might make it look a little bit interesting. So, lovely. So all I'm going to do now is set this up with a block, with a stop block, same height as that. I'm quite happy with the height of that, and all I'll do is put it on blade. Put that one on blade back. And put a stop block in here. Mate, and I cut them all and use the best ones. I'll just put the same for this. Using the bad wood for setup and saving the good stuff for the good stuff. Now I'm going to go and have a cup of tea. So, cup of tea finished. I've got some setup to do now. I'm going to look through these and find the ones that are what I would consider not good enough, and I'll just try to get the setup correct using these pieces, and then my good pieces, my nice pieces, will make the lamps. Let's have a blast on a couple of pieces and see how we go.
Whoa! Us.
Getting carried away. Got to set blade height. Blade height. These are 10mm, as I remember. Yes, just slightly above 10, so I still might have to adjust this a little bit. 5.1 drill bit to set my height with. Don't know whether you can see that, you can't, can you? All I'm doing is bringing my drill bit the height of the highest blade to my drill bit. I still will be sneaking up on it, but if I can get it as close as possible first time. Because all these are lap joints, and then the corners are double lap joint. I did put glue on that other one, so I can't show it you. But so what I'm going to do is dial this in first. They're just too wide, and I've got to go a little bit deeper. whatever I go deeper on this is double. Let's see if I can get the height right. So that's my depth, dialed in. I've just got to make it a tad smaller, and by a tad I mean a tad. So what I'll do, I'll strike a little line there and cover the line. Mark that as the one that I've just done. Sweating like crazy. It's hot. You missed me cutting these, fortunately for you. I dialed it in. My cord was on, I didn't realise. But these fit together like this. I've got a couple of chips here, but I've picked the best out of what I've got because some of the other stuff didn't work out fantastic. That piece has chipped off there. That one's got a crack down it. So, but I've got, these are good enough for what, well, they're more than good enough, they just want a bit of sanding, that's all. But these all go together like that, and they're nice and snug, that's a nice joint. Right, I've marked this up using a knife, because I want this to be tight, I want it to be good, a good joint. And I basically took my measurement from top, which is irrelevant, and then marked from using one of my workpieces to the next point and struck a knife line. Now I'm lining this up with the blade so that the blade on that side of the kerf, it's this line. This is that setting. Because I do it like this because there's the kerf of the blade. If I just measured it or stuck a piece in, say I stuck that workpiece in between the block and then up to the blade, there's the blade width as well that has to come off, that would come off. So your cut would be false. And then I line that one up to the blade on the other side of the kerf, like that, and that's that line. Now I've lost my thing. Oh, it's there. And that's that line. And then I'm just going to cut that out, but I'm not cutting it out just on one edge. I'm going to flip it and cut it out on the other edge, so that it's like a double lap joint. Now I've got to work out my height. The height is the height of the workpiece. So I'm going to bring it up. Use my finger. And now we'll do a test cut. And that's how that looks. Now, then I've got a little bit of wood on that corner. That's got to slip in there. If it's tight, it's good. If it's too tight, then I can always take a bit off. Now it fits. I got into a rhythm with that and messed up one, but some of these are quite dubious anyway. I couldn't use that one because it's got a bit of a nick on one side. That one has got the piece out of it. What I did the test setup on. That's the one I messed up. I twisted it the wrong way. Look, that won't work. And a couple of these are a bit dodgy now. I've picked them up and looked at them. That one's got a bit of a cracking end. That one's got some filler in it for some reason. Must have been filled by the company that made the table, and that's got a couple of screw holes in it. So I've got to pick 4 out of that. I might use other 3 if I can find another piece of wood and cut it. It'll just be not the same, will it? That one's not fantastic, but that's what you get using old wood. And then these will be glued together. I hope they'll go together now. Oh, that's the one I've got to do some work on. These will go together like this. There's a bit more of a gap than I would have liked there. Had another massive storm last night. Had a river running through the workshop again. It's the first time it's ever done it this year. So guys, that's that. Shogi style lamp. What I will say is the backing. This is actually some pieces of some blinds. Just the material for some blinds what I cut down for seating area. I burnt this because it's pine and it were all fluffy. I couldn't be bothered to sand it. So I thought I'll give it a bit of a toast. What I will do next time is I'll do it with the planer. I didn't think the planer would run this thin, but it does. I tried it today. I've been cutting some more cedar. I'm going to make some more. So I learned a lot of lessons off that. I'm quite pleased with it. I ain't put a top on it because I don't know whether I'm going to put electric light in it or a candle like that. Anyway, if you like me sort of shogi lamp, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Drop a comment in, tell me what you think. And don't forget, it's nice to be nice.